Hi, I'm Kevin Lee, and this is my Community 7 number 1, where I am supposed to interview a local politician. And the person I was supposed to interview was Walter Schneider. And the first thing I noticed when I was trying to contact Walter Schneider was how amazingly difficult it was. And I first started trying to contact him 3 weeks ago, first by email, and then calling his off, and then I started calling his office. And he got back to me yesterday. So I when I see that, I see something that's very concerning to me, because in a democracy where power is supposed to be distributed among the people, that is it's that's very troubling, because we cannot we don't really have any power if we don't know what our leaders are doing, or we don't have no input. Because if our leaders are making decisions in a vacuum where no public input, they can miss crucial context, like how what they're doing can affect other people in their community. And I was talking to Walter Snyder, and I asked him how the media affects his job, and he started talking about how the media is something he really has to pay attention to, because the decisions he make, if the media report gives a negative view about what he's been doing, then that can have a very serious effect on the future, and what he can and how his people view him. So yeah, and then we kept on talking, and he started talking about the recent Penn State scandal, and how that's having an effect, and how he feels that is very similar to how he has to handle the media, because when all that happened, media started coming in. He feels that they portrayed Penn State and everybody here in a very uneven way. He specifically talked about how they reported on the riot that occurred over the firing of Paterno, and how no and like it as we talked about in class, how they report much more on the riot, and how they didn't and how they didn't really talk about the candlelight vigil for all Sandusky's victims. And I feel that's something that is very accurate, because as we talked about in class, the media now is very focused on framing their story in a way that seems interesting to their viewers, which boosts ratings. And flip-flopping back and forward as you receive information isn't the way to boost ratings. The way to boost ratings is to report something that's going to ignite people's interest, or ignite their anger in this case. Anyway, this is 3-minute mark, and I'm basically out of things to talk about. So okay, I think that is the end.